your hotkey. Maybe move this closer to you. Okay. So this right here controls your scoreboard. Let me move it to over here, so it's not actually overlapping the actual stream. So yeah, innings, base runners, so like guide second right there. Runs, balls, strikes, outs. Take a look at the score. It's always M is your mute button. It's your hot mic. When it's like that, it's unmuted. It's muted. Talk right in the mic. It's that simple.
All right. Are we live then, or?
Yeah, it's live right now.
Good afternoon, Raiders baseball fans. We're here for Game 2 between Milwaukee School of Engineering and University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee. First game ended 9-4 in favor of UWM. From what I hear, not so great defense on the Raiders' part, but hopefully they can come and turn it around for Game 2 here. I don't have the UWM lineup yet, but I should be receiving that soon. However, to lead to the lineup for your Raiders, leading off playing left field, we have Cole Armstrong. Batting second, playing right field, we have Hunter Parkman. Third, playing center field, Ethan Kimball. Cleaning up, number 18, playing third base, Aiden Lindner. The DH for today, number 22, Callum Moss. Batting sixth, the shortstop, Talon Ludke. Doing the catching today, Jacob Rolone. First base is Bennett Fleming with second baseman Oliver Hollerung. And pitching for your Raiders, Jacob Balat. And when I get the lineup for the Panthers, I will relay that to you guys. See if we can get these bats started early. As we prepare for first pitch, at 2:25 here, temperature outside is 55 degrees here at The Rock in Franklin, Wisconsin. First pitch looks like a changeup high and up. Let's update the scoreboard there. Already thrown past the pitcher. Not great look, but see what he comes back with. There's a fastball as well that is high for ball 2. Seeing a fastball changeup from him here. See what he comes back with. Looks like a fastball that got some run to it. That's on the outside corner for strike 1. Probably getting another one of those. Oh, never mind. That was a curveball. Low. 3-1. Leadoff base runner here for the Raiders would set us up great. Ooh. All right. Strike 2. Cole Armstrong did not agree with the call, but it's not his choice. Full count here. for the leadoff batter, Armstrong. Ball 4. Catcher didn't catch it, but we got a runner on first now. No one out. For the number 2 hitter, Hunter Parkman. Parkman is a fast runner who can really poke the ball a little bit. So let's see what happens here. Squares to bunt, but a fastball up for ball 1. Pressure on here in the first inning. Quality at bat there. 6 pitches to the first hitter. Bunt away. Taken for ball number 2. Off the plate outside. We'll see if Parkman decides to show bunt again. See if we can't get that runner at first, Armstrong, to second. Called strike on the outside corner. Catcher calling for a new glove after several drop balls. Surprised you got that call there. Comes set and the pitch. Lined up the middle for a base hit. Armstrong stops at second. And now comes the 3 hitter. Believe is Ethan Kimball. I need to double check that. It is Ethan Kimball, the center fielder. Raiders putting the pressure on early here. 2 runners on, no outs. And the pitch. Called strike on the up and out corner. Looks like a fastball there. Called strike 2. Catcher says he's the problem. 0-2 count to the 3 hitter Kimball. Sets, delivers. Curveball in the dirt, gets away. Runners go to advance, and they will. 1-2 count to Kimball. And second and third. Ball in play here, drives in a run. Looks like we got corners in, middles back. Anything up the middle that gets past the pitcher should be a run. Ball out. Catcher jumps out to stop that one. Fouled into the mitt for strike 3. 1 out there. Unproductive out. Now brings up the third baseman, Aiden Lindner. Ball low on a curveball. Aiden will most likely see a healthy dose of curveballs after the home run. As I say that, he gets a fastball for a strike on the outer half. One of the 4 runs the Raiders had was from a home run to left field by Aiden Lindner. He chops that one foul. Gavin Wood misses it. That'll be a 1-2 count. 1-2 count here. Aiden needs to shorten up and put something in play to get at least 1 run here. But nope, that's a strikeout. Up and away, fouled into the glove. That's strikeout number 2 for the Panthers. And first pitch to Callum. Ball outside. Don't have the stats for Callum last game. But looks like the first lefty for the Raiders for today. Swing and a miss. Strike one. 1-1 count now. Everything breaking away from Callum here. It's tough for a lefty. Looks like a changeup up and away. That's called a strike. And 1-2 pitch here. Fastball up and away. Strike three. That'll be the side. 1 walk, 1 hit. No runs and no errors for the Raiders. And that'll push us to the bottom of the first inning. And welcome back. I still don't have the lineup for the Panthers. I'll have to go ask for that after this half inning. However, we got Jacob Belot. It's Jacob Belot on the mound. Freshman. Similar repertoire to the pitcher for UWM. Lots of breaking arm side on a sinker and a changeup with a curveball. That is going to be tough for lefties to hit today, but curveball high and in for a ball. Belot asking for where the pitch was. 2 balls, no strikes to the leadoff hitter, number 9. Called strike on the inside half. Good pitch. Looked like a little bit of a hard cutter almost. Another one of those hard cutter slider things on the inside half. That'll be a 2-2 count. And square in the back with a sinker. That'll be both leadoff hitters getting on for both teams in the first inning. No, sometimes there is a little bit of strategy with hitting the first batter. Puts a little bit of fear in it. I don't personally recommend hitting the first batter to intimidate the other team, but, you know, it could work a little bit. Called strike down the middle. Belot gets ahead. Pitch, curveball, strike 2. That curveball's a little bit hard for righties to see. If it ends up down the middle, yes, it's down the middle, but it starts at the front shoulder. Pickoff high, dives in safely. Set and the pitch. Fouled off. I think that was a slider. Kind of went straight. UWM trying to get into the Raiders defender's head, looking for steals. The runner goes. And he gets him on the foot for a strike him out, throw him out double play. That's one way to get some action on the defensive side. That'll give the Raiders a little bit of momentum there. Sinker in, jams to Lindner, makes a throw, and picked by Bennett Fleming. What a play. No runs, no hits, none left on for the Raiders. We'll have a 0-0 game going into the second. Now to the top of the second. Leading off for the Raiders, we have the shortstop Talon Ludke. Talon will be the Game 3 starter of this series tomorrow at noon, I believe. Little curveball, called swing, and I need to adjust. And the pitch in the dirt, holds his swing for ball one. 1-1 count now to the sophomore Talon. Little cement mixer slider, it looks like. Drops in for a strike. Strike movement slider. Fastball up. Toot. Also in other news, I do have the Panthers lineup. Fouled off. Pitcher for the Panthers is Andrew Setter, number 10. He's the sixth batter for him, so we'll see him next inning. Third batter. 2-2 count again. Little slider pieced into left field. We'll reset the count there and put a runner on first base. That's 3 for 3 this game on leadoff hitters getting on base. Now for Jacob Rolone. Ball out. Ball gets away from the catcher, but not far enough to advance for Talon. 1-0 pitch. Fouled off the end of the bat. That does not feel good in this condition. These conditions, it's a little nippy out. We got a little bit of a breeze. Looks like blowing towards the left field foul pole. 1-1 to Rolone. Little slide piece that stays outside. 2-1. You can hear Parkman yelling. I don't know if that's picked up on the stream, but he's the energetic, kind of the spark plug for this as Rolone swings through a sinker. As Rolone swings through a sinker for strike 2. 2-2 count now to Rolone with Talon at first base. Pitch, slider in the dirt by the catcher. It'll be a full count. Nice block by the catcher there to keep the runner at first base. Guess I can look at their lineup and tell you who the catcher is. Eric Mann. Just past the diving shortstop for another hit. That'll be the Raiders' 3rd hit and 2nd time where we have first 2 runners. Courtesy for Rolone puts Joe on first base, also known as O-Hat. Puts a little more speed on the bases for this Raider offense. Next batter is Bennett Fleming, as there's almost a quick pitch for strike 1 on the outside corner. Bennett, a former varsity baseball player, squares to bunt, kicks away, and both runners will advance. 1-1 count. No outs. It's like we've been in this situation before. Catcher needs a breather after that a little bit. Situational hitting. After the first 2 runners got on and took 2nd and 3rd. Corners in, middles back for Fleming. Ball taken. Bennett was able to check his swing. Sun's a little bit brutal. Wish I would have brought my sunglasses, but we're squinting through it for you guys. Ball up and in. Bennett had to duck out of the way there. 3-1. Called strike. Full count. Oh. And Raiders not necessarily paying attention on the bases. Panthers get lucky that error was not punished. But full count to Fleming. Just takes 2 runs coming for a setter. Now Oliver Hollerung, the second baseman, sophomore, vice president, flies the ball, and it's over the center fielder's head. That'll be 2 runs. Talon crosses the plate. Dish crosses the plate. Liver on second base, standing up, his helmet off to the side there. But that will be 2 runs for, no, not the home team, for the visiting team, and bases clearing double for the 9-hitter Hollerung. Cole Armstrong now, leadoff hitter, walked his first at bat. Called on the outside corner. Big swing by the Vice Prez there. Gets these Raiders off to an early lead that they did not have last game. Curveball in for a strike. Ahead on the leadoff hitter Armstrong, 0-2. Slider looking, that'll be, did not agree, but walks his way off the field and accepts the out. Now Hunter Parkman singled up the middle last time. Second baseman covers Oliver. Second base. Swing and a miss on a sinker ball. A little bit of an awkward swing for Hunter there. I don't know what he was looking for. Time called by the catcher. Must have not been on the same page with the setter there. Pitch, fastball up. It was a good spot, but right where he was called, was not able to get the swing with the call. 1-1 pitch here to Parkman. That ball is in the gap, and that might be a triple with Parkman's speed. He will hold at second, but that is another run for the visiting Raiders. That'll put the Raiders ahead 3-0. Now Ethan Kimball to the plate. Checked to the pitcher. Underhand to the first baseman. That'll be out number 3. And that'll send us to the bottom of the second. I lost count of how many hits. I believe there were 4, but 3 runs on 4 or so hits. 1 runner left on for the Raiders. And we'll see you in the bottom of the second. Just a bit high for ball 1. Looks like that slider did not get finished properly. Pitch from Bilat hides the ball fairly well behind his body. Kind of slings it from out of nowhere. Gonna be hard for the batters to pick that up. Late fence call. I thought that was way foul. I stopped paying attention. But apparently Parkman almost into the fence. Good fence call by the Raider dugout there. 1-2 pitch to Bellat. From Bellat to setter. Pitcher v. pitcher. Cutter outside, just off. He had setter looking for it. Yanked away, ball 3. Full count now to the pitcher. And he takes ball 4. That'll be another runner and another walk for the Panthers. Ball up and in. Looks like a fastball sinker. This misses Yon Lin, the center fielder. Slider fouled off for strike one. Looks like the Panthers are looking for that slider. He's kind of struggled to locate that fastball, so slider looks like it's going to be the pitch they're hunting until he can show them that he can locate that sinker. As I say that, slider inside misses. Runner goes, called strike, and he will be in with a stolen base as I drop my phone, which has the lineups, but that's okay. 2-2 count now. Called strike on the pitch there as the pitcher setter steals second base. And an awkward swing on a slider high and in. That'll send us to the top of the third inning. No runs, no hits, one left on for the Panthers. Off to the top of the third. All right. I was mentioning to a parent between innings, looks like Setter changed his arm slot, which changed the way his breaking pitches moved. As the first pitch comes in to Aiden Lindner, strike, not a strike, he hits the ball. Ground ball to third baseman, that is out number one. I didn't want to go to the middle of the third. What? It added runs. They never scored runs. But that's out number one. As I was saying about the arm slot of Setter, looks like his arm slot went up a little bit, which causes a little less movement on the fastball and more downward movement on the curveball slider. That's where we got the rifling slider. Comes to the plate and foul ball off Callum. Missed by the home plate ump, but first base ump calls it. Don't believe that's his call, but we'll take it. Ooh, high curveball slider combo thing called for a strike. brings in 1-2 count for Moss. Foul away. That ball missed its mark. Supposed to be high and away. Came in a little in. Got a little too much of the plate. Definitely a design chase pitch that he did not execute. Pop up to the third baseman. That is the second out that he's made today. Maybe not today, though. Just this inning. Off the end of the bat there. But Ludke, the shortstop, now steps up to the plate. Little slider in that he decides he doesn't want to wear. Understandable. As a former pitcher myself, it's ball down, but as a former pitcher myself, I never wanted to take one of those pitches, no matter what it was. Usually that was only when I was pitching them, so. But Talon chops one to the shortstop, who charges, throws across for the out. That'll be the inning. No runs, no hits, no one left on for the Raiders. Off to the bottom of the third. 3-0. Sorry, folks, we're having some technical difficulties, apparently. I'm trying to figure them out, but I don't know what I'm doing. Strikeout. This is excellent. Stream says it's frozen. No data. Okay. That's not good. Another strikeout for Bilot. I think I might have to restart the stream, but I don't know how to do that. I'll have to run and... Oh, it says we're on again. Still says we're live, but yes, the stream is frozen. That strikes out the side. I will work on getting this fixed. Sorry about the technical difficulties as we get a ground out to the third baseman Linder. Now the bottom of the fourth, we still have a 3-0 ball game with one out. That ball is hit into the gap, drops in, and wisely holds at first. That'll be the first hit, I believe, for UWM. But you don't want to run on Parkman's arm out in the right field there. Let me double check and make sure it's still alive. Maybe. We are dropping a bunch of frames, and it may have just ended the stream. Nope. Okay. Hick over to first. Overthrown back to the pitcher.
Hey, ball down here, ball down. Spin it.
Ball down. I'm definitely behind because I'm not sure if the stream is still working right. Ball away. But we're trying to make sure that this is working for all you fourth with one out. Runners on first and second. Swings through the ball. Foul tips it back into the catcher's mitt for strike one. We're still dropping a lot of frames, so that's not great. So stream quality might be bad, as there's a strike on a slider at the bottom of the zone. 0-2 to the batter, Cole, number 24. Fouled off. Stream slowly catching up. So glad to see it. Hopefully you all can catch up to the live feed here, but still got an 0-2 count here with one out. Pitch fouled straight back. Almost didn't flinch, but just did. Ball in the dirt, gets past the catcher, Jacob Rolone, and the runners advance. So that'll be runners on second and third, get rid of the force out, which is really unfortunate for the Raiders. For the 1-2 count. Big pitch here, need a strikeout or an infield pop-up. Something that won't allow the Panthers to score that run from third. Fouled off the catcher's face mask. Number 24 battling for the Panthers. Still a 1-2 count. Foul ball, almost interference. If that ball was fair, fielder has the right to the ball, but that ball's got to be fair. It's always a little bit of an awkward play as a third base runner. The ball comes right at you. You don't have a whole lot of time to get out of the way. And those balls can come at you hot. And a lot of pitches. I don't have a pitch count on this at bat, but there's a lot. Infield in for the Raiders. It's a perplexing choice. Up 3. That run doesn't mean a whole lot, but it'll mean a whole lot less if we can get a strikeout here. Pitch. Fastball away for ball 2. This is a long battle. As a pitcher, you don't know what to do. You've thrown him just about everything, and you're just hoping that the batter can make a mistake. And ball in, past the catcher, but there's no threat of an advancement. Full count. You're trying everything as a pitcher here, but he's just on you, and it's annoying. So whether he strikes out, pops out, walks, or whatever, I'm sure Jacob Bilot will be very happy to not see number 24 in the box, as he walks him on a pitch way at his eyes. But that'll load the bases with 1 out. Looks like Raiders will position themselves with corners in, middles back, ready to turn a double play. Swing and a miss at a slider way above the zone. Pitch was never really a strike, but sometimes that pitch drops, and you got to be prepared for it. 0-1 pitch now. Hanging slider that stays up. Another thing about that long at bat by the number 24, he drives up that pitch count, and those pitches are going to start to get flat by Bilot. And this is when, if you're the Raiders, you got to start thinking about your pen. I don't know his pitch count exactly. It's probably 60 to 70, maybe even higher. Ground. Oh no! Ground ball to the pitcher. He rushes it, and that's a run on an error for the Panthers. Pop up, first base side, triangle, and it drops. And that'll be another on a dropped fly ball. Another run for the Panthers. 3-2 ball game. Some spotty defense by the Raiders coming to hurt them. That was 2 plays that should have at least been 1 out each.
Go, boys. Be fresh. Set up
Mound
here, fellas.
visit
Go.
between Jacob Bilot
Be
and
ready to make the next
Jacob
one.
Rolone. Pitch on the outside corner for a strike.
Hey, babe.
Sinker breaking in for a foul ball. Tries to jam him. Appears to successfully do so. I believe this is man to the plate, the catcher for the Panthers.
Hey, babe.
And a swing and a miss, strike 3.
Down here.
That'll be 2 outs. Raiders need 1 more out here to... Language warning for the Panthers. He was not happy about himself on that strikeout. It's a big spot to strike out, but it was a good pitch. Slider breaking away. I believe we're almost caught up on the live stream now.
Hey, babe.
So there's a strike on the outside corner.
2-1. Head away.
0-1 now. Strike on the outside again. That'll be 0-2.
Hey, working hard here, Jacob. Working
Found his
hard here.
mechanics again.
Go.
Looking to get himself out of this jam.
Hey, be ready, fellas.
Still with the lead. And the pitch.
That's a good spot.
Sinker inside.
Way to mix it up. 2-1.
I like the idea. Let's see how he comes to attack him. Time called by the batter, number 4. And this pitch, slider gets him for the out.
Way to get out of there. Hey, way to get out of there. Let's go.
That'll be
Out, boys.
the end of the 4th. 3-2 ball game. And we will see you in the top of the 5th. And now on to the top of the 5th inning. Raiders at the plate. Hunter Parkman to lead it off. The number 2 hitter for the Raiders and the right fielder. Now this field oriented, home plate is oriented straight
Let's go, 1-7.
west, which is not great for the eyes. Sun setting right in center field. Parkman pulls his head, swings through a pitch for strike 1. Foul off, fastball, strike 2.
All right, Parkman. Go.
And curveball, strike 3. That'll be number 1 for the Raiders. Catcher throws it away around the horn. Well, that brings up Ethan Kimball. Need an answer back for the Raiders. Giving up 2 runs that way really sucks the wind out of you as a curveball falls in for strike 1. Need to get that momentum back for the Raiders. Ball down. That'll be a 1-1 count with 1 out. We got Worms. Ground ball to the third baseman. Stays down on it. Throw it and fires it across for the out. That'll be out number 2. Which brings up the cleanup hitter, Aiden Lindner.
All right, let's go. Let's get started, kid.
Aiden is a junior mechanical engineer. Played on the World Series Division III team as a freshman and was our team MVP during that tournament. As there's a drive into deep left field, and that ball will leave. That ball is long gone. 2 home runs on the day for Aiden Lindner. 1 in this game. You know, that's good to see him hit it off of someone other than myself in practice, where he hit one off the foul pole. We'll still joke about that to this day, but that's how you get the momentum back as the Raiders stretch the 1-run lead into 2. And now Kyle Moss. Parkman making comments about a home run lead, Division II home run leaders. That brings Aiden tying Derek Stefanchek. Hopefully you're watching in Idaho there, but with 2 home runs in their career at D2. Aiden decides to tie it today. Decides to get started and tie it. It's quite impressive. Quite a day. But now with 2 strikes and 2 outs to Callum, we'll see if he can get anything done here. Fouls off the curveball. Staying alive. Fastball up. Looks like he was looking for a call. Didn't get it. But 1-2 count now. Swing and a miss, set a slider down and in. That'll be the inning. But a home run by Aiden Lindner puts it 4-2 Raiders off to the bottom of the 5th. And we're back. I believe new pitcher on the mound. I will get you his name 1 second. New pitcher for the Raiders is number 15, Becker. Jay Becker. I don't know his first name off the top of my head. I think it's Jake or Jacob. That's a guess, though. So, he's a freshman, as far as I'm aware. But let's see what he has to offer. Oh, and the stream. Strike one swinging. Stream's still going. That's what we like to see. As a pitch, another like low 3/4, a little bit higher than B-Lot. Oh, it's 1-1. I did not mean to press a strike. 1-1 pitch. Ball out. 2-1. So, slings it from that low 3/4. Starts open, really closed. Then a little almost right-handed Madison Bumgarner-esque. But he's coming right at you with those fastballs. 2-2 pitch. Off the end of the bat to the shortstop, Ludke. In time for out number 1.
Way to work, defense.
That's exactly what we want to see after scoring, extending that lead from 1 run to 2. Get that leadoff hitter. Now get yourself ahead. Now here comes the next hitter for UWM. It's number 17. Swings through it for strike 1. Called strike 2, and he's just bombarding them with fastballs, and something must look quite different at the plate. Slider way outside, but that's okay. Sometimes you need a waste a pitch. Personally, would I have preferred that it was closer to the zone, start a strike, fall off the plate? Yes, but better to miss out than over the plate. And there's a jam shot back to the pitcher. Flips it over. Becker to Fleming. That'll be out number 2.
One more.
Now Drew Price, the right fielder, batting for UWM. Seeing if he can get a rally started. But that ball is hit hard, and the left fielder cuts it off almost, knocks it down, but doesn't cut it off cleanly, which if he cuts it off cleanly, which that's a little hard to do on the run there, that becomes a single or a play at second base, and instead it's a stand-up double for Price, which brings up Gavin Stanky with 2 outs here. Little 2-seam action fastball on the outside corner for strike 1. Ground ball to Talon. All the time in the world. A little shaky first base play, but he looks like he thought he was going to come off the bag, but he held it. That was Fleming there, but he makes the play. That'll be out number 3, and that'll send us to the 6th inning, MSOE 4, UWM 2. And now to the top of the 6th inning, batting for your Raiders, we have number 6, Talon Lukey, the shortstop. And once again, tomorrow's starting pitcher. Last year, Division III team's pitcher of the year. Really broke onto the scene. Looks like we got a changeup for strike one there. Broke onto the scene through, I don't remember the stats off the top of my head, but they're pretty darn good. But he's not on the mound now. Let's see what he can do at the plate as he fouls off a curveball.
Right on in here. You got this. Give it a ride.
Hit 2 strikes on Talon. Fastball up. Can't get him to chase. 2-1 count. That ball is hit hard, but to the glove side of the third baseman. Picks it up, throws up the line, but the first baseman is able to catch the ball and apply the tag to Talon to record out number 1. Jacob Rolone now the catcher up to the plate. Jacob is a Army Reserves, I believe. Some sort of reserves where he's doing Army and doing school at the same time, as there's a ball high for ball 1. He's a sophomore this year. Played Division II last year as our backup catcher third baseman. Now with the departure of Derek Stefanchek, the starting catcher for this Division II team. Called strike on a curveball low and in.
Come on, Jacob.
But he's definitely a talented young kid as he nubs it for strike 2. That was definitely an interesting one off the end. Weird spin there, but 1-2 pitch now coming here. If you're not careful with Rolone here, he can really drive a ball. Wouldn't be surprised if later this year or next year he starts letting some balls fly out of the yard. There's a other off the end, not enough spin to come back. But we got, that's not a ball. Never mind. That's still 2-2, I believe. Yep, 2-2 count. I am correct in my assumption. Thank you, umpire. Little quick pitch. There's the ball 3. Full count pitch to Rolone. Curveball up and in for ball 4, which puts Rolone on, and we'll get a courtesy runner. Jordan Dish again, on for the 3rd time, I believe. That means Rolone's having a good day at the plate this game.
All right, Bennett, here we go, kid.
All right, Bennett.
Getting on base any way possible. No, that's not the style in the MLB, but NCBA baseball, that plays real well. Ball outside to Fleming, first pitch. Dish, lots of speed. Speedy outfielder. Great courtesy runner. Let's see if he can make something happen on the bases. Pitch comes, fouled back for 1-1 pitch. For 1-1 count now. Wouldn't be surprised if the Raiders try to get Dish in motion here. Maybe open up a... That's... keep you honest move it by the pitcher there. There's a quicker move. this was the MLB, he'd have to get him next time he disengages from the rubber, but I don't believe we have that rule in the NCBA. NCAA, that's a even stricter rule, 1 disengagement for free. But that is a easy stolen base for Dish. That'll put him at second base with 1 out. Base hit scores Dish easy. Just about any, as long as it's not a screamer towards where these outfielders can get it with their momentum coming in. Called strike on a curveball. Oh, sorry. Runner on second, not first and second, but as long as that's not a screamer right to an outfielder, that run should score. Ball should be full count to Fleming here. Yep, full count. Second baseman covers Dish at second. Called ball 4 on Fleming. That'll be first and second now. 1 out for the 9-hitter Oliver Hollerung with it, who in the second inning, I believe it was, had a 2-run double over the center fielder's head. Looks like the center fielder's playing a little farther back this time, but comes in as there's a called strike on a slider to Liver. His name's Oliver Hollerung, but we call him Liver. Don't know exactly why. I mean, Oliver, Liver, kind of works out as he fouls it off his foot. Let's see if the vice president's okay there. Well, we got 0-2 here. Worst case scenario is a double play ball here. As long as that doesn't happen, we should be good. Fouled off. And Woody's got to make that play. Third base coach Woody misses it and puts those UWM people in some danger. Well, not my president. And the 0-2 pitch. Called ball. It's a tough pitch to lay off. That high fastball at the eyes. That's executed perfectly by the pitcher, but that ball is down the line, and it gets past the little bump out. That ball gets all the way to the wall. We're sending Bennett Fleming from first, and that's another 2-run double for Oliver Hollerung. That's what we like to see from the vice president, future this program. That puts the Raiders up 6-2 in the top of the 6th here. And it appears we'll have a pitching change. Bringing in the center fielder, everyone goes into right in front of the shortstop. Pitcher gives the ball to the catcher. New center fielder comes in, number 23. I'll get you his name in a second. Number 23, Peyton A. I don't have a last name, but Peyton is now in center field. And Yuan Lin, maybe that's Vaughn, I can't tell with this handwriting. Formerly the center fielder, now goes and takes the mound. Otherwise, I think that's it for the defensive changes for the Panthers. After Lynn warms up, we'll get back to you and continue on with this game. And we're back. Lynn on the mound. Armstrong at the plate. Looping curveball that does not fall. I didn't reset the count. We have 1-0. Oh, and it's 6-2, not 7-2. Our scoreboard likes to add some runs. Fastball by him for strike one.
Here we go, Cole. Come on, kid. Go, Cole. Here we go.
Ball gets away from the catcher man, which allows Oliver,
Hey, way to be on the hop.
should actually use his real name, not his nickname, but he takes third.
So here we go.
Catcher tries to scoop it, didn't work out for him that time. Should be 2-1. Curveball swings through it, strike two.
Come on, Cole.
All right, Cole. Here we go, bud.
Here we go. Here we go,
Right,
Cole.
right side. Here we go.
A 4-run lead here. Panthers decide to play their infield back with the runner on third. 2-2 count here for Armstrong. Puts the ball into the ground, foul. Oh. Wood makes the play with his hands, but can't transfer it to the pitcher there. Disappointing for the president. Not his best day at third base coach. Ball outside. Brings a full count. Need a ball in play by Armstrong. Score this run, add another insurance run. Can never have too many of those. Ball high. Good take. These curveballs are scary. You never know if they're going to fall back in.
Sitting one here, 1-7. Sitting
I personally never think those should be strikes, but
Go, Parkman. Stay high.
that's just me because I think it's a crappy pitch. If it's actually a strike, it's usually a strike. I just don't like those pitches. Personal vendetta side, here's Parkman. Armstrong looking to steal. No throw.
All right, Parkman, in there for you. Let's go.
Ball one to Parkman on the curveball.
number ones here. Hey, number ones. Let's go.
Catcher tried to fake out the runner, see if he could get Oliver leaning towards home. That ball's hit hard to the center field. The new center fielder gets over his head all the way to the wall. Parkman hustling, falls around second base, but he's in with a double. Really upset with himself, thought he could get a triple, and he would have had it if he wasn't so clumsy. But that spill was not pretty by Parkman, but it appears he is okay. Maybe a little bit of a hurt ego, but we can deal with hurt egos. He can wash it off. But now Kimball to the plate. Parkman leads off, no one really covering. Ball inside, brings a pop-up to the shortstop for an out. Out number 2. Now Aiden Lindner, homer to left field in his last at-bat. I'm sure he'd be happy to hear that I probably gave a better call on Livers' 2-run double that second time than his home run. Let's see if he can give me another shot. As there's a curveball high. Aiden's always a threat. Gotta be careful when making pitches to him.
Go, 1-8.
'Cause you make one bad mistake and that ball is hurt. Backs him off the plate. Ball inside. Doesn't seem like they want to give him anything to hit with Aiden's 2 home runs on the day. Ball 4 outside. That'll put the force out back in play, but yeah, he knew that Lindner had 2 homers, and he was not giving him anything. It's like, take your base. I will not be victim number 3 today. But now that brings up Callum Moss. Curveball, can't seem to get that ball down, which helps the Raiders a lot. Till he can locate that pitch in the zone, preferably the bottom of the zone, then you can eliminate that. Called strike. That I messed up here. It's a 1-1. What 1-1 count? Callum. Hey, if you can't throw that curveball, you're looking for that fastball, or maybe a little bit of a cutter.
Hey, that's what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for.
You got this.
Man, making the umpire get the ball. Shame on the Raiders.
Next one's gonna be a strike.
That might cause an expanded zone. Pop up. Parkman hustling. Third baseman makes the play.
Hey, Hunter, good piece out there.
And
Let's go.
that'll be it for the Raiders. That gives us 4 runs this inning, and I need to put back the scoreboard. I will do that during the break.
Those are some big boys, man.
And we're back. Bottom of the 6th inning. Panthers up to the plate. Little frisbee slider for a strike. Called strike 1.
You're right. You're right.
Called strike 2 on a fastball. That puts number 24, the first baseman, in a deep hole here.
Oh, that's a great pitch.
Great pitch.
Great pitch. Good.
Slider starts a strike, finishes off the plate. Becker has everything at his disposal.
Hey, babe.
Fastball off the plate.
Keep hitting him. Keep hitting him. Let's go 1-5. Keep hitting him.
Sorry, I was a little behind. It's 2-2 count now. Let's see what Becker comes. Fastball fouled back.
All right. Let's go 1-5.
Last at bat, number 24 probably saw about 15 pitches. Really kind of sealed the deal for B-Lot. It's tough to have a 15 pitch at bat when 15 pitches per inning puts you at 105 through 7.
All right, 1-5.
It's tough to go deep in games when you're having long at bats like that. And there's a single up the middle. You know, not the worst thing because, you know, it's not a 15 pitch at bat. Keeps arms fresh. A 15 pitch walk is way worse than a hit. Brings up 23. Peyton. Yes, Peyton A. The new center fielder came in when setter was pulled. Ball high for. That's not a button. N is not a button on my board. Called strike 1-1. Pitch. Slider that does not fall. That's one of those breaking balls that I personally believe never should be a strike, but sometimes that's all you can throw. Liver knocks it down.
Go, get him!
Gets the force out at second base. Liver blocks the ball, not the cleanest, but
Hey, way to stick with it!
leaves the double play in order with one out here in the bottom of the sixth. Not a pretty play by Liver one bit, but still got the lead runner. Next time he's not letting that happen. Ball high to the center fielder turned pitcher, Lynn. Long pause and delivers. Fastball down and in, swings over the top. Strike one.
Hey, left side here.
Runner goes. Throw to the wrong side of the bag, shortstop side. Slides in safely on a ball, which sets up runner in scoring position. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. If you're the Raiders here, you're really not too concerned about that runner. You have a 6-run lead. Mainly just trying to trade whatever you need to for outs. But that's ball 3. 3-1. Trying to get whatever you can for an out. There's a fly ball to center fielder Kimball. Caught in no man's land is Peyton A on second base. Didn't know if it was going to drop or not, so he went halfway.
Hey, 2 down, boys. Here we go.
Get a third.
Kimball overran it a little bit, had to make a jump to catch it, but made the play, and there's 2 outs. Ball down and in, squirts away from Rolone. But that'll move the runner to third, which I need to actually adjust on my own. I don't get fancy. Budget's not big enough to have someone do the scoreboard for me while I just talk. But
Good pitch.
so I get to talk and run scoreboard. But strike 1, bring 1-1. Time called by Man the batter. Needs to adjust the helmet, get the hair out of his eyes. Ball up. Need to start pounding the zone here. You're up 6. No need to get cute. Make them come at you. Talon ground ball. Throws to first for the out, and that'll be the end of the inning. We end the 6th. 8-2 Raiders. And we're back, top of the 7th. Raiders at the plate. Shortstop Talon Ludke to face Lynn. Little curveball, 12-6. Stays high for ball 1. I respect him for going at it, but I don't think he's thrown one of those for a strike. Called strike on the outside corner. Trying to keep him honest with that curveball. Looks like almost a Roman Skarupa-esque curveball. But cut fastball high for ball. I don't know if he calls that a cut fastball, but it looks like it to me. So I'm going to call it a cut fastball. Little curveball. Gets it in the dirt that time. That's a solid pitch if you set it up right. 3-1 pitch to Talon. Delivers. Curveball inside. That'll be ball 4. Playing around with the scoreboard, seeing if it'll reset the count and everything perfectly. Puts the runner on for me when I put ball 4. Perfect. Now Rolone here. Long at bat, which culminated in a walk here last time. Curveball high, ball 1. Rolone, like I said last time, make one mistake and he can hit it hard. He's got a nice quick swing. Called strike on the inside. Catcher lets it by, which allows Talon to advance to second base. Puts him in scoring position. 1-1 count to Rolone. And the pitch comes in. High for a ball. Curveball called strike on the inside edge. Located a fastball in there for strike 1 and then gets a curveball in there for strike 2. Swings, fouls into the glove for strike 3. That'll be out number 1 for the Raiders. Brings in Bennett Fleming. I believe has had a couple walks, maybe a base hit. I don't have notes in front of me. Wish I did. Not in the budget, apparently, for a book with me. I need a partner for that. But little curveball high, stays up. And the pitch to Fleming. Ball down. That'll be a 2-0 count now. Fleming in the driver's seat. Ball low, 3-0. Needs to make a pitch. Liver, who's on deck, has 2 doubles with 4 RBIs on the day. Maybe not the day of this game. Not the person you want coming up with 2 runners on. Fouled back on a 3-0 fastball. Gotta come at Fleming. Keep as many runners off base for Liver in the top of the order as he can. Strike on the curveball. Upper half of the zone. Full count pitch. 3-2. 1 out. Ball in the dirt. That'll be ball 4. Puts 2 runners on for Oliver Ollerung. Last time in this same situation. 2-run double down the third base line. First double landed over the center fielder, who's been playing shallow all day. Second double down the line as there's a ball in the dirt. Appears like Lynn is having some trouble with some command. Gets to 2 strikes and can't finish. Can't get too cute with that 2-strike pitch. Sometimes you need to go best stuff. Make him miss it. That's ball 2.
They're calling fastballs. Take a couple pitches off, man. Working too hard.
They're trying to be careful with liver. Fastball in the hole. That's a run, but they will hold the runners. So 2-hopper comes to the cutoff. The pitcher cuts it off. Brings in bases loaded for the top of the order, Cole Armstrong. Walking a hit at least, to my memory. May have another on base at bat or something, whatever you want to call it. Strike 1, swings on a little curveball there. Easy for me to say. Fastball in the dirt. Catcher makes a nice block. Possibly saves a run, even though this backstop is short. Need that ball to kind of kick funny if you want to try to score. Talon not one of the speed demons on this Raider team. But swings through another curveball. Looks like he's found that curveball, but has lost the fastball a little bit. Be nice for Lynn if he could get both those pitches working at the same time. Little hesitation delivery. Stays down. It's difficulty with those hesitation deliveries. It can really throw your timing off as a pitcher. I personally always wanted to keep it looking the same until it wasn't.
Good eye.
Takes ball 3, full count. Just missing, but Lynn cracks a smile. Fouled off, out of play. We continue the at-bat. Some spectators on the Raider side commenting about how far that check swing foul ball went by Armstrong. Probably a good 200 feet. That would have been a base hit if it was fair. But that is a fly out to the center fielder, and that'll drive in a run. There is sac fly for Armstrong. Makes the score 9-2 Raiders. As Parkman with a helmet change made me think there was a pinch hitter. But no, it's still Hunter Parkman. Drives a ball. Get over the left fielder's head. That'll be another double. That'll be his 3rd double. But he's going to go for 3, and he will get there this time. No slip and fall. The always sure-footed Parkman with a triple to the left field. Does a little dance. And that'll be 2 more runs for the Raiders. 11-2. Would have been nice if this offense came a little earlier. But, or maybe we need to save some for tomorrow. Now Kimball to the plate. Ball in the dirt. On a curveball. Good take by Kimball. I don't know a whole lot about Kimball because he's a freshman and I'm not in school anymore. So I never played with this kid, but hitting 3 for the D2 team, so he must have some talent. And it's good to see some of these freshmen taking some big roles in this lineup. A lot of seniors on last year's Division II team. As that ball is on the ground, base hit, and that'll make it 12-2 Raiders.
What do you say, 1-8?
Another 4 spot for this Raider offense brings up Aiden Lindner, who they pitched around last time. I don't know if they want to face him, but Lynn looks like he's dreading this encounter. Aiden with 2 homers already today in this doubleheader. Swings at the first pitch off the end of the bat, and it drops behind the first baseman. Can't make the basket catch. Goes down as a hit. It may not be pretty. Does a little dance, kind of mocking Parkman. But that's baseball sometimes, man. You hit a home run on a great swing, and then, or sometimes you line out as there's a ball on a curveball outside. Lynn just trying to eat innings. Ball gets past him, but no advance. Sometimes you'll,
Watch the ball. Ball's live.
man, throwing around the ball here. Sun really playing an effect, even though the sun's in front of me behind the pitcher. But we're here. As I was saying, sometimes you line out the hardest ball you ever hit to the shortstop, but then a little off the end piece gets over the first baseman, and it's a hit. It all evens out eventually, but ground ball by Moss sends the Raiders to the bottom of the 7th, 12-2, and we will see if the Raiders can close this out. And now Becker takes the mound to close this off, looking for a 3-inning outing. Fastball, swung at the first pitch. That we'll see if he has room, and foul ball ruled. Pop-ups look like it. Those are hard for catchers, but you'd hope that would be made. But nothing hurt, as it was a foul ball. soft ball up the middle, ranged over by Talon, and beautiful play.
Two more.
I think Becker thought that ball came off a little harder than it did, but we'll take it out. And Becker may look a little silly as he falls on his butt.
Go.
Called strike on a slider. 0-1.
Oh, way to hop, Jacob.
Jacob jumps out to keep that one in front. Even though that one flew behind the head of the batter, number 9. I believe this is a new hitter, but I could be wrong. I don't want to pull out my phone to check it, as there's a swing and a foul tip for strike 2.
Here we go, 1-5.
1-2.
Another slider, swing and a miss, strike 3. Beautiful pitch. That'll be out number 2. It's tough to hit that slider. Got that fastball in the back of the head. Like, is he going to throw that? Nope. Just slider, slider, slider. And hitting's a hard thing. That's why I pitched. Strike 1 called on another slider. Throwing some great frisbee-like sliders. Almost Blake Trinan-like. As a fastball misses high. Fastball and slider play really well off each other. The fastball goes straight, and then the slider falls off that same plane. Ball low. 2-1 count. Don't want to get cute here. Just go right at him. Yeah, 2 outs, up 10. No one on. Ball 3.
Go 1-5.
There is a reason. The third out is always the hardest, though. So close, yet so far. Slider misses.
Let's go.
That'll be a walk, not a strike. As we get a runner on first base here.
Here we go. Shoot the mitt right away.
Panthers aren't giving up yet. Maybe their base coaches are, as there's no one there to collect gear as the pitch goes over, and Roland has a throw.
Nice throw.
Safe. Great throw. Great slide. But I think a better sell there gets him. Sometimes you don't actually need to make that tag. You just need to make it look like you do.
Way to work, Jacob.
That would have been a fun way to end this game, as there's ball number 2. The 2-0 from Becker. Dead ball. Hits number 7. Didn't look like he wanted to take his base, but you got to take your base.
Here we go, reset.
There's no provision in the rules saying if you get hit, you get the option. No, you have to take that base. 2 runners. Slider finds it for a strike there. 0-1. Another slider finds it. Strike 2.
Let's go.
Way ahead here. Don't get cute. You got to go right at him. Those runners mean nothing. As slider swing and a miss. Strike 3. That'll be the game. Thank you for watching Raider Baseball. Reminder, game tomorrow at noon, that'll be the rubber match between these two teams. I don't know if there'll be any commentary. I will not be here, but once again, thank you for watching, and hope to see you tomorrow afternoon.